Hello, Radical Reggie here with my buddy Nelly. What's up, man?
On?
And we have just got this is gonna be pretty much our pickups from the PRGE show with the Portland Retro Gaming Expo 2016.
Plus some other stuff that we picked up in between then. So
plus other stuff, but I actually did a video of this before, but that video just the quality turned out really bad. And I was like, fuck, I don't want to be known for this bad video the way the quality looks.
With this new and improved phone.
We're not getting the best resolution out of it because the lighting in here is still bad, but I'm going to get better lights. But I know you guys don't want to hear about that. We're going to get to these pickups. And basically what I'm doing in this pickups video is I'm going to show the highlights of what I got. Not everything like I did in my last pickups video. So I guess let's get started, man. Yeah. So I guess I'll go ahead first.
Yeah, go ahead.
I got some boxes of games that the game's not in them, but I got complete instruction in box for Golden Sun, Mega Man Zero. I already own these games complete, but extra boxes are good to have.
Mega Man awesome, by the way. That's cool. You got
very cool game. Mega Man Zero 2, 3. Oh, there we go. 3 and number 4. Which is pretty cool. So I'll trade these to somebody who needs them. I think Richard Thomas might want them, but I'm not really sure yet. I have to ask him again. But Nick, your turn. We'll switch off. We'll do it like the Metal Jesus style.
Cool. So let's see. I got some Game Boy Advance games as well. So the first one, this was sealed, but I did break it. I didn't do a video or anything.
Why not?
I don't know. It's been a while.
Yeah.
So Gundam Seed Battle Assault. If any of you are familiar with Gundam Wing Endless Duel, Super Famicom game. It's like Street Fighter. It's an awesome fighting game. This is the predecessor to that on the Game Boy Advance. Yes. Awesome game.
Awesome. Very cool, man.
And I want to thank this guy over here, because when he got those Game Boy Advance boxes, he happened to get these two.
Oh, yeah.
And he knows I love Metroid, and he already has the boxes, and he hooked me up with these. So, thank you, Reggie.
Yep, and now you got them complete, man. So, awesomeness.
And then, let's see. Oh, got some more here. So, and I want to thank Casey, the game nerd, hooked me up with Resident Evil for the Game Boy. It's not a great game, but it's cool. And, it's in beta or whatever.
You can see why they didn't really push the reduction of finishing it off, But.
Right. But it's just kind of cool to have.
Yeah, definitely.
And then Mother 3.
Mother 3. For all you
translated.
For all you mother lovers out there.
Yeah.
Mother 3. All right, so another game I got at the show, Donkey Kong Country 2, which is pretty awesome. Well, I hope the phone is not reversed. I don't think it'll be reversed until we do the video, because it looks reversed right now.
It is reversed, but fuck it.
No, not fuck it. We want this shit done right. Damn it. I don't think it'll be reversed, though. I don't think it will be. Let's test it out.
Let's just...
All right, we checked the video, and it looks like it's not reversed, so we're going to continue on. So last game I showed was Donkey Kong Country 2. Another game, Driver 2 for the Game Boy Advance. Actually a really cool game.
Yeah.
Really shows what the Game Boy Advance is capable of.
Yeah.
The third game actually really pushes the Game Boy Advance. But yeah, pretty cool, awesome game to have to the collection. I also got a King of the Fighters EX, even though I already had this game. A guy was selling it for $10, and I thought about it like video game rescue. Maybe I give that extra copy to somebody. Because for $10, usually people charge 30 or 40 for them or whatever. But he said $10, get it out of here. I said, hey, no problem, dude. So got that. How many more games you had to go, man? Cause
I got.
You got quite a few. Cause I'm gonna knock a big chunk of mine.
Go ahead and knock some of yours out, and I'll do mine a little bit.
Cool. So then we got the 7 Blades from my buddy John Houston. He got this for my birthday, but he gave it to me at the show. So awesomeness, man. I appreciate you, brother. I will see you next year. And this game is pretty much like I don't know how to describe it. It's not like a Dynasty Warriors type, but it's just like a fighting game, pretty much. I would say 3D fighting game. You slash guys, you walk around.
Like hack and slash or what?
Hack and slash. Yeah, that's a good way to say.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
Sums it up.
And what else do we have here? I have from Eric Bishop. I had to pull. Man, trying to get this from Eric was like damn near like pulling teeth or something, dude. Because he said he was gonna make me one, but I was like, no way, I'm not gonna wait for him to make one because I already know where that route's gonna go. Because he usually he'll retire from making repros and then he'll come back and make some. They'll say, oh, I don't want to do it anymore. So while he was there, I made sure I got Rockman 4 Minus Infinity. Now this is a hack of Mega Man 4 but it's an extensive hack. It's almost like a different game. Pretty much, it's like you have new weapons. The robots have different moves. It's so insane. I would suggest, I couldn't do it any justice really talking about it. Check out a video on it. It's awesome. It's like its own game. It's really good. They did a great job on it. All right. I'm going to knock out this next stack of Game Boy games. I got Wizards and Warriors, Fortress of Fear, which I've always wanted in box. I got this from some, I don't want to say the guy was weird, but he was just like trying to pressure me to buy games from him. I was like, dude.
Was he like being a car salesman about it?
He was. I was like, dude, okay, well, I'll be right back because I had to go do something real fast.
Mid-size?
But he's like one of those type of guys that like thinks like, oh, you're not going to come back. So he was like really, he was lowering the deals. I was like, fine, I'll just buy it now then. So I got this from Wizards and Warriors, Fortress of Fear. And I got these other 3 from him, which was pretty cool. Wario Land, Super Mario Land 3, Wario Land, the first game in that series. I got Wario Land 2.
Wario Lands are awesome, man.
Wario Land 3. And I actually got Wario Land 4 over here. I forgot to grab it. Let me reach back and grab it. It's up here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. I forgot I got an extra stack back there. And Wario Land 4 from him. So that was really cool. And next Game Boy game I got was Super Robot Tenskin Part 2. The original generation. I have the first game. It's pretty much like a... I can't really describe it really much. I only seen it played before, and it looked like something I'd be interested in.
It's definitely an RPG.
It's an action RPG. Well, I don't know if it's...
It doesn't show any gameplay on the back, so I can't really tell you.
Yeah, it's... Maybe you guys could tell us more about it. I haven't really got into the series yet, so... There's that. And... Let's see, I'll do one more... Oh, I got one more Game Boy game here, and this is the Holy Grail, pretty much. Should I take... No, I'll leave it in there. Fuck that.
Kid Dracula.
Kid Dracula for the Game Boy. Get that glare out of there. You guys can see. Cool. And I got this through a trade, so... not going to say how much it was, but, that's good. It's good that I was able to trade for it, which is awesome. So, got Kid Dracula knocked out. Very happy about that.
Pretty sweet.
Yeah, I guess people were thinking this is like my holy grail of the whole collection. So, what I got from PRG, so I'm happy about that. All right, we're almost done here. We're almost going to get back to you, Nick. Final Fantasy 4 Heroes of Light. This is probably like a precursor to the Bravely Default games, if you played those before. So, really cool. Bravely Default. You haven't played Bravely Default before? They're like traditional Japanese RPGs, like from back in the day, like the way they used to make them, like lots of grinding. Cliche story.
Lots of hours and just grinding.
Yeah, part 1 was a grind fest. I was like, "Geez, dude, I'm not trying to do this." But you can fast forward to grinding. Huh? Yeah, you could fast forward to grinding. Then we got Rayman. Got this from my buddy Gerald. I have all the variations of the PS1 game now. The black CD jewel case. The plastic jewel case, and I got whatever you would call this one, and I got the greatest hits.
I haven't played that version. I played the one they redid for Game Boy Advance, and I'm sure that's way better.
It is.
Game Boy Advance is a little... It's good,
just
but
the sound is off from what I remember for it, but it's pretty good. And then I got, this is called Kitsui for the DS. Now, my buddy Jesse had always been telling me to get this game, and I had finally pulled the trigger on it. So it's basically a shoot-'em-up. But this shoot-'em-up is different because it's all boss battles. So it's different from the other Katsui games.
That's still cool, though. I'm about that.
So all boss battles, really fun. Happy to have that in the collection. And before we switch over again, I got this game. It's called Kenshin Engine Demo. It's for the TurboGrafx 16's Turbo Duo or CD system, whatever you want to call it. PC
Engine. Do you even have one of those?
No, no, I don't have one yet. But when I get one, I'll have this game to play. I was talking to the guy who helped make this game. His name is DJ. He was at the show and he was giving these out. And I talked to him for a while, and he really was telling me why I should get a PC Engine and everything. And I've been wanting to get one for a long time. It's just that I don't know. You don't see them that much, and I find other stuff, and I just forgot about it. But I really want to get a PC Engine soon. That'll be my goal for 2017.
Ben Vandermeer, man, he bought that one with the drive on it.
Yeah, he did, dude, and that was pretty damn awesome.
I wanted to buy it. We both saw it, and I was like, I really want it. And he was like, well, I really want it. I was like, you know what, Ben? Go ahead and get it. Like, it's all you, Ben.
You know, the thing about Ben is what's really cool is when he gets tired of it, he'll move it right along. Like, it's up for sale, so it's just a waiting game. So, all right, man. So now it's your turn, bro.
Cool. So let's see. Go with some Genesis games. that I picked up from PRGE. First of all, I got these 2 repros. I want to give a shout out to Riggs. He's going to send me another one of these Second Samurais because I had problems with it working. So Second Samurai, and then Simpsons Streets of Rage 2. It's really cool. You could play as like the bosses in the game. You know, Mr. Smithers, Burns, Bart, Marge,
Smithers,
Homer, Lisa, Bart. It's awesome. It's pretty fun.
It's pretty good. Okay.
Yeah.
Check that out.
Let's see. And then the gems of this here.
Nice.
First, I'm gonna start out with The Punisher. It's an awesome game. I got a really good deal on it. Actually, I'm a friend of Eric. Really cool guy.
Oh, Jacob was on it.
I think it was.
Jacob.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, and you know, I was talking to him. You know, we all know everybody. Really cool guy. Hooked me up. Big freaking deal on this. I couldn't be more stoked.
Yeah, Jacob's hella cool. I feel bad though because I gave him a TV to use for his booth.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And the TV was kind of, I guess it was beat up and it kind of hurt sales for the first day, so I felt bad. But he recovered the next day, so it was all good. Next game. All right.
And the next game, so I've been looking for this forever. I've never seen it in the wild. I mean, really, you don't ever. And Reggie last year actually got me the predecessor to it in a case for it. Mm-hmm. Splatterhouse 2.
Yep.
And I got a really good deal on it. I mean, the label's a little damaged, but that's okay. And he's got the box.
Yeah, I got my Splatterhouse here too, so that's pretty awesome.
But yeah, he got me Splatterhouse 3 last year. And
my label's awesome. My label's messed up too. I don't care
yours
about
a little bit messed up. I mean, dude, it's like I don't really care. I've wanted this game for so long.
Yeah, you know how you get those collectors like, oh, the label has to be mint and stuff. I'm like, Jesus, man,
dude, it's
like
for myself, man.
An obsession.
You know, yeah, totally, man. I agree.
So cool, man. You knocked that one out.
If you want to go ahead and do some more, I got a couple left.
Okay. So, my buddy Ryan Duff from Utah found out that I had this game called Samurai Pizza Cats for NES, and that was a repro. But I wasn't really like too fond of the case for it and everything. So I'll show you the case that I have for it. Let me scoot in here. And so this case is good, but I just know when I saw his, I fell immediately in love. So this Samurai Pizza Cats, it was a cartoon that came out in America, but we never got the game. Sorry if that's too bright, but
it's pretty fun.
Here's the case that he made for it. And I was like, oh man, that's the cover I wanted to use for it. So basically, I got to put this game in here pretty soon. But yeah, he gave this to me for free, which was really awesome. He hooked that up. He also gave me a record, but I'm not going to reach back and get it because it's behind the chair. But he really hooked it up, Ryan. I want to say thank you, bro, for remembering that. That was very kind of you. All right. Next thing you know, I got this lunar galleon statue, which puppet, excuse me, that I used to have. I don't remember what happened to my original one. I think I sold it, gave it away, lost it. I don't know what the hell happened to it. But anyways, I got another one. Got it really cheap too. The guy sold it to me for $20. Really nice guy. Who sold it was, I can't remember his name. Fuck. Well, he was a really nice guy. He hooked it up, man.
I don't think I was there when you got it.
Yeah, you weren't there.
No.
Yeah, you guys haven't got there yet. But yeah, I was happy to get this. Another thing I wanted to point out that they have an Alex puppet on the back, but I don't think it ever was released. Or maybe it got released to certain people. I don't know. But anyways, I love Lunar, and I had to have the Galleon puppet, so very happy to have that. And now I am winding down to my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 last items. So I'll keep going a little bit more. So here's another game I got. Oh, damn, there's another game I need to put in this video. Well, I'll just reach back and grab it while you're going over yours. Gunhound EX for the PSP. Now, for you guys that don't know what Gunhound is pretty much like a Cybernator type game.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, badass, dude. It's pretty damn awesome. It's actually on Steam as well. So you can play it on Steam if you're into Steam games and everything.
You guys can actually see that. I don't know.
Yeah. I would think about adding gameplay footage to this video, but
really
I'm
cool,
still
man.
a novice at it.
For PSP, man?
Yeah.
And the box is bitching, man.
It's pretty bitching, man. So Jesse hooked
That's
that up,
awesome.
man.
I'm going to look up this, dude.
Which is very awesome. Yeah, it's
I'm gonna
pretty
check
cheap.
that out. I'm playing that before I leave.
And then I got a E7 on the last day, which was really cool to find this. And I have all the E's PSP games in limited edition boxes, so I'm really happy about that.
I gotta say, it's really cool that some PSP games came in boxes like that.
Yeah,
I did not know that for a long time.
Yeah. And you know the thing is, Ease is is a Zelda type game.
Cool.
I think it's way better than Zelda, but nobody will ever overlook Zelda
Right.
Oh my God, Zelda! I don't care about anything else. Like they don't look out the box.
You know, it's just because they're basic. Let me tell you.
Yeah, but E's is something else, dude. What I like about E's over Zelda is it continues every storyline. Like every game is after each other. It's not like a whole different world. It's starting over a different link. I'm like, oh, that's horrible. This game follows Adol, which is Adol, whatever you want to call him, through his adventures, and they're already up to his 8th game, but it hasn't come out over here yet. But it will. But I can't wait for it.
So they're just gonna do an American release for it.
I'm sure they will. They just haven't talked about it yet. But anyways, a very good game, action game. Pick it up if you have it. I mean, if you haven't yet. Is your turn? You going now?
Sure. I can finish up.
Go for it, man.
Oh, I forgot. So I want to give a shout out to this guy Shane. It's Ben Murdoch's buddy. I don't know if you know him or Shane.
Shane.
Anyway, this guy hooked me up big time. I was gonna trade some of my Game Boy Advance games. I had extra copy of Super Gunstar Heroes, and he was like, "Oh, I've been looking for that game. I have not been able to see it." And I gave him my double, and he came up to me later that day, and he gave me this Pokemon Leaf Green version with the manual, and I didn't expect him to do that. You know, it was just
Pokemon.
I know it's gotta be a trade-in.
I know,
but
right?
you know, it's like it was just really cool for him to just kind of return the favor, and I didn't expect anything from it. I just wanted to gently give it to him.
You hooked it up, man.
And so one thing I wanted to show, I just got this recently. I was at this game store, and they just happened to have this, and there's like barely any info on it. It's the Pelican retro.
Can we get it? Okay, there it goes. I can see it.
So it's for the GameCube, right? For the Game Boy Advance games, and it's an aftermarket company. Pelican, you're probably familiar with it. Now, there's no information on it, and a guy, what's his name, Jack? I think he was saying that the last time he saw one was on eBay, and it sold for over $70. Of course, I got this for like $10. But they're awesome, because the only other ones are Hori. That's like the only other alternative.
These were a copy of the Hori ones, but they're well made and everything.
They work great.
They're hella hard to find today, because even harder than the Hori ones, because no one really knows about them. It's insane that you found that, dude.
Oh, yeah, man. I'm so glad I did. And it's awesome, because now it's really fun to play my Game Boy Advance player on the GameCube. Because, I mean, it's cool with the GameCube controller, but it's not the best feel. You know, it's adequate. It's cool to have that. It's awesome. And so, let's see what we have next here. Big thank you to Reggie. I recently picked up Metal Gear at just like the cart, and he had a case for me.
Yep, there you go, man.
Gotta love the Vita. Give it some love, man. Give it some love. Because Sony won't. And so I got some NES titles. Picked up Jackal. I love this game. Is awesome.
Jackal's
this
a classic.
Is such a fun game.
It is.
And PRG picked up Punch-Out. Now, I didn't get the Mike Tyson version. I was pretty broke by the end of it. But I really wanted Punch-Out. It's an awesome game. I love playing it. I just started collecting NES titles, so not a bad start.
Is that it?
I think that's actually it.
We'll wait to show that at the end, though.
What,
that thing in the corner? I don't want to say.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So next game is my good friend Johnny Mano hooked up. Well, I told him that Ninja Gaiden 3. The American version was hacked in difficulty. Like they made it harder for us.
It's like Contra.
The reason they did this was because the harder they thought the game was, the more you would rent it. That's how they made their money. That's pretty scummy. But anyways, the game always felt broken to me. But I found out that somebody had restored the Japanese version in English. So I asked my buddy Johnny Mano to make that for me, and he made it. And we called it Ninja Gaiden 3 Ancient Ship of Doom Restored to its original glory. So basically, the game has the enemies don't take as much damage like they do in the American version. I mean, the enemies, like, you don't take as much damage from the enemies. Like, it's like a regular normal difficulty. And checkpoints are in between levels. You don't have to get set all the way back at the beginning of the level. And best of all, it has a password system. So you go to certain levels without having to play the whole damn game again. Now, that's pretty damn awesome.
And see, that's also why I want to get the Japanese version of Contra Hard Corps, because you get those 3 hits, and those are essential, man. If you really want to play that game and try to beat it,
hit once in that game, that's like playing like on.
It's
like
tough, man. I can get to like the 3rd level with the lives that they give me. You know, in the American version, it's hard. It's ridiculous.
So he was excited about this, and he actually made himself a copy of it. So we're both enjoying it. I know I definitely enjoyed it, and I haven't beat it yet. I stopped, but I had to play something else. But I'll finish it eventually. I got this from my buddy Gerald Lactus. I haven't played it yet, but it reminds me of Nitrous.
Oh yeah, shout out to Gerald.
It reminds me of Nitrous, the Nitrous game for the PS1. I can't remember. Nitrous Oxide, I think it's called. That's what it reminds me of. And I got Elemental Master. I already had this game, but when I opened up the case, it was missing. I don't know what happened to it, so I got another one at the show. Got it for pretty cheap, actually. Had stickers on it. I actually got the stickers off, but it peeled a little bit. But hey, it didn't peel the main label, so I'm good with that.
Yeah,
so
it's not bad.
I'm a master at peeling labels, man. So, bro, I'm down to my last 2 items that I'm going to show. I'm not going to show everything, so I guess I'll go again.
Yeah, I mean, I can just.
My buddy,
I only got one, so.
Josh Hamlin, not Josh, David Hamlin, the younger brother. David was at his booth, and I said, "Hey, David, how you doing?" He said, "Hey, I'm doing great. How are you doing?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm doing good too." And I looked down. I said, "Hey, that's a pinball machine." He said, "Yeah, it is." I said, "What would you do? What was your best offer me on it?" He had it priced at 40. He said 30. He just said, "Hey, man, that's right. That sounds good." So I paid him 30 for this. And Super Mario Brothers Pinball. Yay! Pinball. Woo! I had this game when I first moved to Seattle, but I gave it to my nephews, and they had fun with it, but they let their friends mess with the pinball.
Deep regret.
And they took the top off, took the balls out of it and everything, and just ruined it or whatever. I didn't care. They had their fun out of it, but still, now thinking back at it, I'm like, damn, I might as well have kept it. So anyway, got another one. Not really authentic tabletop pinball, I would say, which you'll see in an upcoming video I'm doing with Jason when I talk about pinballs and everything. But still very cool to have, represent Mario a little bit, I guess. So got that. And you're next.
Okay, so now the box, I posted it on SRG, so for those who know, it's a different box. But I forgot it, so I'm just going to use it now. Using Reggie's. So I found it at a game store. If you all know, I think they did a deal with GameStop, and you can only buy them online. Mm-hmm. Is that the case? So I found one at a game store. I wasted no time in getting it. Got myself a Retron 5. Now, I believe this is the first model. I have the second model, and it's black and purple.
Well, the same models came out at the same time, but there's a certain firmware that yours came with that is updated.
Yeah, the revision. Revision. And I think the pins changed, too, because they were really tight, and they were breaking and all that shit. So, anyway, awesome pickup. I'm glad I have it. It's funny because I found that controller, and then I just bought one of these. So, I think I'm still going to use that controller with the Retron if I'm playing Game Boy Advance.
Yeah. And one of the most honored items I have here is something I got from a dear friend, my buddy Jeffrey. Now, Jeffrey, pretty much, he's a military man, like myself. Like I was. I'm retired, what I would say we call retired. But Jeffrey he's a hardcore gamer, and what he wanted to do was he wanted to write some reviews. He wanted to publish a book about video games and his love for them. So I want to show you this book. This is Jeffrey right here. Cool guy. I got to meet him at the PRG, man. Oh man, he's really cool. He's like one of those guys. He's always on the go, man. Like coffee and everything. He's ready to go. Awesome. But anyways, he invited me and a couple other people to write some reviews for games we love for Super Nintendo, and I'm going to show you guys pretty much. If I can't really show you right now, as I'll have I'll try to add a box in the video. If I don't, I'm sorry. Still trying to learn this edit thing. But anyways, this book was kickstarted, and we got the right reviews for our favorite games. So I'm going to show you some of the people who are in here. So here we go. Back this up a little bit. All right, so whoa. Oh, we got Sean Long right here, sniffing that game. We got retro. We got John Riggs there, my buddy John Riggs. Love his videos also. Who else is in here that I know? Sergio's in here. He's a big Rival Turf fan. It's called Russian Beat, though. The original name for the game is Russian Beat, but we know it as Rival Turf here in America. Got to meet him. Damn, hard to show this thing. We got John Lester. Did some contributions. Did I say that right? Contribution.
No, it's contribution.
Contributions. I'm sorry, I'm out of it. Contributions. It's funny. We got Dave from freaking what the hell is this shit called? Dave's. How the hell am I gonna forget Dave's channel, dude? D Dave. Duh.
Oh, I've never watched
D Dave. Yeah, they do dumpster diving. Which is, I can't do that shit, man. Fucking, you imagine jumping in a dumpster and fucking like a dead body or something in there? Like,
sounds like a good time.
Sounds like a good time, huh? The Immortal John Hancock did some reviews. What else we got here? I know Alex Sanchez, Daria Plays. She did some reviews, and I should have worked my way up to this, but of course, the most radical
the biggest
person.
Douchebag you've ever met.
What, dude? Whatever, dude. The most radical person in existence. No, I was kidding. No, I was so honored to be of help with this book, man. He hooked it up, so I got to help with some reviews and everything. So it was really cool. So
that's an awesome book.
It is, dude. If you guys want to pick it up,
does he still have copies of them?
Yeah, he does. He does actually.
By chance, yeah.
Yeah, he does. I'll put a link in the description how you guys could get some yourself. And he's working on another book too. It's called a Super Nintendo Continuum. I don't remember, but I'll put a link in the description because I don't want to pronounce it wrong.
What it's about though? Like what,
it's basically just articles that people write about their experiences with Super Nintendo and everything. So like
cool.
Growing up or when you first got one, what your best
Yeah,
experience?
yeah.
Lots of cool
nostalgic
stories.
memories, basically.
But Jeffrey, man, thanks for doing that for me. I really appreciate it. That was an honor to be able to write in this book. So.
And before this ends, I just want to give a shout out to Sean, who's in the book as well.
Yeah.
RDT85. If you haven't seen that channel, it's an awesome channel. He's a cool dude. Check it out.
He keeps it real, man.
Yeah, exactly. And me and you talked about it. Me and Joe actually was talking about his channel, and before I even knew who he really was, and I really enjoyed his realistic approach to things, and he's just himself. I enjoy that a lot.
Yeah, if you got common sense, you will understand what he's talking about when he goes on rants. You won't be like one of those dumb people like, oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about. You're idiot or whatever. But yeah, he really keeps it real.
He likes to put things in perspective.
Yeah,
with logic.
And he has no problem doing it. He doesn't backpedal or anything, or just like try to like.
Yeah, he's not a pussy.
Yeah, there you go, man. So, anyways, that is our PRG pickups over 2016, mixed with some other stuff that we might have got. I didn't highlight everything that I had from the previous video because I just wasn't ready. And yeah. I mean, you guys enjoyed that video. If some of you guys enjoyed that video, I mean, you're cool because you'll see everything in that one. But this one I just highlighted some of the stuff, so to keep it short. So, anyways, damn, 25. We're almost at 25 minutes, dude.
Yeah,
so we gotta cut this short.
Keep people, if you're still watching this, like,
yeah,
good for you. I could probably be bored to death by now.
But anyways, guys, Radical Reggie sign off. My buddy Nelly. We'll see you guys next time.